Yes, your boy, Noonie Noon. I'm back in live and living color. Yeah, I was just meditating, chilling here in my humble abode after my sweet baby made me a nice meal, so I feel better. The world seems so much better with a full stomach. Or, like the old folks say, when you grease your belly. Okay, I haven't been speaking too much lately. So many topics to talk about. Um, but something struck me the other day with this comedian. I don't know his name. I mean, I heard some of his materials, which was pretty good if he stick to comedianship. But now he came out with a statement. I guess someone interviewed him. I caught the tail end of it, but I got the gist of what he was trying to say. And I totally disagree with him. He was saying things like, one thing particularly stuck out, that he's successful because he's not married or he doesn't have a steady, girlfriend. And his reasons for that is, his example was, if he was to go to France or on a trip or something like that, um, you know, when he move, he wants to move without explaining his movements and without, having to answer to someone. So I thought that struck me as kind of strange. I mean, by that example, it lets me know that most women choose you. That's number one. You don't choose them, but you can have your standards just like they have. So I would think that, me personally, I'm gonna use myself as an example. Um, I play basketball, and when I meet someone, if they're not willing to understand that, then we have an issue. So at the beginning of these relationships, these things should be discussed. And another thing is, you should have a certain amount of trust for your loved one if you love them, or even if you like them. So that statement that he was saying didn't make any sense. That's for like 15-year-olds. That's not for adult people. So I would suggest you stick to being a comedian because people are different. And, you know, if she wants to go out with her girls or wherever she wants to go, you shouldn't have an issue with that. If it's for a trip or a couple of days, it doesn't matter. I mean, you have to have the trust. And if you like the person or love the person. So obviously, you're not capable of falling in love with anyone. That could be the issue. So you need to check yourself, brother. And I know you know who I'm talking about. I don't know your name, but I've seen your social media, and your material is good as far as comedians go. But when you talk about things like this, it didn't make any sense. So I just wanted to touch on that. Moving right along, your boy, Umar Johnson sticks in my mind a little bit. This brother's very dynamic. He says some intriguing things, but at the same time, sometimes you talk a little too much about issues that you really should do some more research on, being that you are a scholastic person and you have a school now or something, I think. But my point is this, and I'm not hopping on this one issue because, like I said, you say a lot of positive things, but I'm tired of people dumping on the black man. You know what I'm saying? Um, Now, I caught you also on social media saying things like the black man is the reason that the home or the culture is falling, and you blame us, which you shouldn't, because number one, when all these wars broke out in America, who do you think fought these wars? It was the black man. No one ever talked about, oh, he's leaving the kids behind or he's not staying in the family and making a culture run. No, some blacks didn't come back. Some came back with all types of illnesses and crippleness. So let's stop hopping on that bandwagon when you say it's the black man's responsibility that that broke the family culture down in America. Because at one time, as we all know, when the industrial thing, the factories and stuff, there was a complete black family. We all know that. So stop trying to use that as a vehicle, saying that we are the problem. We're not the problem. The problem is systemic racism. The problem is the corporation, which is America. America is a corporation. You are an employee just like me. We're not citizens. You should know this. And the bottom line is, it's not like a dictatorship, but it's even worse. You have a president, just like you have a president of a bank. I spoke about this on one of my other topics, but just to make a long story short, before anyone, any of you guys out there that think you're leaders or you want to speak about black men, check yourself really good and check your homework real good, because there's triple OGs out here like me, your boy Noonie Noon, that's gonna come right back and give you the right lesson that you should be have learned before you open your mouth. Okay, so I wanted to touch on that. Now, moving right along. Also, whew, fan, FAN. Not the fan that blows air. Okay, I'm talking about a fan. Like, I play basketball. I have some fans. Okay. You can look this up in the Webster Dictionary or the Oxford Dictionary. They both will give you the same definition, which is derived from Latin. The Lat is a Latin word which means fanatic. And break down the word fanatic really means crazy. Cutting through all the chase. But look it up yourself. Don't take my word. Look it up yourself. Latin word which means fanatic, which is short for FAN, fan. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because, I overheard someone speaking about blacks when like there's a shooting in the neighborhood of the community where a police or a police battalion has come in the neighborhood and shooting these black kids down in the street, or the parents down the street, with arrays of 40, 30 bullets that kill one person. You understand? And then we as blacks, which we got to do a better job, we riot, we protest against that, but we show interest and love for that family or that person, and that's considered you being a savage and hooligans and rioting in the street. But on the other hand, when a prestigious white football college teams play against each other and you got money bet on the game, whereas your team won or lost, you got beer drinking, you got rioting after the game, you got destroying of property, but it's considered celebration. But they are acting like fans, which is fanatics, but no one sees it that way. The media, especially, again, the media. So let's start really looking at these things with your own mind and with your own ears, folks. Let's stop listening to that fake media. Let's stop buying into these things that's not real. You understand? And then you could be able to evaluate situations and grow from that. So those are three things I wanted to touch on. This is your boy once again, Noonie Noon. Hug somebody, like I always tell you guys. Always hug somebody. You never know what someone's went through today, or what's on their mind, or what's their family situations. So try to be, a blessing or a help to someone if you can, because God is watching. This is what I do. This is what I try to do. And the last thing, July 29th, for all you folks in Bergen or Passaic County, New Jersey, let your kids come and have some fun from 12 to 4. Basketball, mentoring, gifts, takeaways. great event every year, free of charge, free for the kids. Have a nice day. Signing out. Peace.